Good morning, Modified 95 family. I am out in my garage today. Spent the weekend with my housemate. We cleaned a bunch of the garage, got it a lot better. I feel a lot more confident showing it to you guys now. That's not really the purpose of this video, but we will get to that. But I kind of want to show you some of the stuff we have organized. And so this is a lot of the projects that we're going to have going forward. But today I want to show off my 2000 Honda Civic hatchback. I've had a lot of Hondas, and Hondas are always my favorite. I've strayed from the path before, and it always turned out bad, so I've always come back home. So this was the first one that I started working on after the other ones that were some failed projects and had gotten stolen. And this is the one, this is the reason I have so many Hondas. It's because I had this one. I bought a motor from somebody. He said it was 0 miles and it was all good to go. Paid all this money, had him install it because I have some skills and that's not one of my better features. And so I had to practice a lot more. And the motor took a crap on me. And so the car sat for years. And so I needed a daily for my daily. And I started working on that car. Then I need a daily for that car. And then I need a daily for that car. Next thing you know, I had 5 Hondas. Now I only have 4. So I'm doing a lot better with my addiction. So let me show you this garage, and then we'll review this car because hopefully my neighbor's dogs are inside so they won't bark the whole time. I showed you before, once we had epoxied the floor in the garage and got the wagon inside, now we got everything out of our storage that we had, so we no longer have to pay for storage, which is a good thing. But now all those parts from all those Hondas and Integras that we purchased and collected are all piled in here. So this is probably the worst of it, but what we got cleaned is over here. Bam! You know, we got tires put away, things put into place, and I still have more stuff for my work to bring. I actually have a whole carload of stuff right now that I need to bring in. But see how everything's tucked away, put away. My housemate built this awesome bench, and I was telling him that we'll probably not do a lot of sitting out here, so it'd be easiest if we made it so that we could fit motors under here on their Harbor Freight like carts, and then fit heads. And it's not quite big enough to fit a head, either the B16 or the H22 one, but we got tons of exhaust manifolds, distributors, alternators, throttle bodies, everything you need to keep these Hondas working. All right, here we go. Here's my baby. This is Pearl. It's my 2000 Honda Civic hatchback. It came pretty close to like this. I made a few changes to it. Nothing too crazy yet, but there's a lot of projects in the works. It came stock with some Del Sol wheels that I took off and replaced with these. These come from a 2005 Honda Civic Special Edition. I liked them because they looked a lot like the Integra Type R wheels, but a lot cheaper and 4x100. Some of my favorite things about this are my knockoff Type R wing. I have a real one that's going to go on my 97 hatch that we'll see in another video, and I like the wing just the way it looks. It makes it look super clean and subtle. I need to get that painted to match. I also need to get the rear lip painted to match. This one has the twin loop exhaust. It was just a universal knockoff one, and I love it because I don't have to run a resonator, and it's still quieter than all my other cars and has like a really distinct sound that doesn't sound like a souped up lawnmower or weed whacker. So I love that. Let's check out some other parts of the body. The reason I started in the back was because this is the 2000, but I already have a 99 to 2000 front end on my 97, and then on my 96, which I showed in a previous video, I did a bunch of cutting and hole drilling in the bumper, you know, so I wanted that real classic CTR look. So I traded a good friend of mine, Angel. He wanted a 99 2000 front, and I wanted his 96 98 front, so we just swapped straight across. Both our cars were silver. His paint, as you could probably see, is a little bit better than mine, right? So you see that, but I mean, these cars are a sign of their age. The paint needs some love, and I want to repaint this back to the factory silver. I have new lights and a front lip and fog lights for this, so that'll all come in a later video. Another cool thing, this was one of the 2 cars I have where I found these really neat JDM one-off looking mirrors, and they are the non-powered folding ones, because bam, look, bam, just folds right in. And they're also manual inside, so it sticks with this, not needing to add a bunch of wires. All right, I hope that wind's not too crazy. It's a beautiful day out here, but this is my engine bay. This is one of my favorite parts. This was the first motor swap I really had a hand in. I get lots of help to do these projects because I'm learning. I love Honda, so I try to learn every day something new. So I feel like I can put in and take out an engine now after doing it 3 or 4 times. And I'll do a lot of the work on my wagon in videos to come with as little help as possible. Some of the cool things in here, I picked up these really nice kit of grounding wires. There's one right there, there's one in the back, and then of course the ones over here, disconnected right now because this car has been sitting and I don't want to drain the battery. Those came from a good friend of mine, EK9 Imposter, down in LA. But yeah, this is pretty much all stock. It's a full GSR, right? And very little changes. I try to get them as stock as possible. That way I can pass ref, and then we can start going crazy from there. Still need to build the brackets for the full-size Integra radiator. Had help moving those bottom brackets so it sits fine. Took a little inspo from the drifters. Used some zip ties there to hold that on. It's not typically how I like to do things, but it works for now. I went with a stock Integra strut tower bar, and just bolts right in right on the top. And then this motor actually came with the Skunk 2 intake manifold, so that's about as modified as this is. Plus got that from England. Yeah, pretty fast and furious. Other things I like about this car is it has front and rear strut tower bars, front and rear sway bars, and then it also has, I go very 90s with my suspension, so I feel like the tire tucks in there pretty well. I could use some wheel spacers, but I kind of like it just like this in the front and back. It's got Skunk 2 lowering springs. I think it's 2.5-inch drop in the front and 2.25 in the rear. And then I use KYB AGX adjustable struts in the front and back because I can turn up and down. I usually keep them pretty stiff because I like a pretty solid ride. Next, we're going to take it inside and check out some of the things that were done on the inside of the car. All right, perfect. As we're moving inside, some of my favorite parts about this car on the interior are this steering wheel. This is a Euro steering wheel, so it looks like the Japanese one. Inside, I got a little artsy with the cluster. That's just a carbon fiber sticker for the bezel. And I took a paint pen and colored those yellow. So that's just a Civic EX cluster because Type R clusters are really expensive. The stereo is completely stock right now. I have new speakers. I have a new touchscreen that I want to put in, but right now it's all stock. And then moving down here, this is one of my favorite parts. This is something that when I take it to shops, they notice. There we go, gave it a second to focus. But yeah, this is my cigarette lighter and a little ashtray. And that's from the, that's also, again, from Europe. I think I got it from the same place I got the steering wheel. Typical knockoff Type R shift knob. Armrest. I don't know why these cars didn't come with armrests. It's just 1,000 times better with it. I try to put armrests in everything I drive because I love my cars and I want to be comfortable. These, pretty pristine condition Integra seats I found in a junkyard. I found the full set. I also took the front and rear brakes off of it, and they all came to this car. And you know, you have to have the 2-door coupe's back seat so it splits in the middle, so it mounts up there perfectly. But then you need a 4-door bottom piece, or else you have that ugly gap in the bottom. So I don't know how I'm going to rectify that. I'm really looking for that. If anyone has one that's that same print, let me know. But yeah, I really want to get in here. I want to shampoo the carpets and just really clean this thing up. It's definitely not a show car, but I definitely want to make something of it. All right, so that was my 2000 Honda Civic. I got one more of a 97 Honda Civic hatchback I'll show to you guys on another day. I'm just trying to make some videos so you guys know where I'm at with the different projects. And then as we make adjustments and add things and paint things, we'll take you guys along for the ride. And I'd love to hear where everyone's from. If you guys want, follow me on Instagram at CivicStar98. You can also follow my car page, which is ironclad_enterprises. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know below.